Welcome back to Black Cube Productions 2022. I'm Roger Cluton.
And I'm Cassie Cluton. Before we dive into today's episode, we need to ask you something really important.
Please hit that like button. Share this episode with everyone you know. Subscribe to our channel. This information needs to get out there.
The memories we're sharing aren't just stories. They're warnings. They're keys to understanding what's happening right now.
Last episode, we shared our beautiful past life as druids, our love story, the sacred groves, the knowledge we carried from Atlantis. Today, the story gets darker. And then, unbelievably, it rises again.
I'm already feeling it, Roger. Just thinking about what comes next, my chest is tight.
I know, love, but we have to tell it. People need to understand the pattern, the cycle that's been repeating for thousands of years.
The Archons, they're always watching.
That's where it starts, the moment everything changed in our druid life. I remember it so clearly it makes my hands shake. The Archons, these ancient non-human ruling entities that operate from above and behind the physical world, they had been watching our revival of the old Atlantean knowledge with growing alarm.
We were free, Roger. We were connected to Mother Earth in ways they couldn't control.
We remembered too much, the sacred geometry, the ley lines, the way to communicate directly with the Earth's consciousness. The Archons could not allow this to continue. I remember the exact moment they issued the order. I was in meditation at the Great Stone Circle when the vision hit me like a lightning bolt.
Tell them what you saw.
A council of beings that weren't quite human, weren't quite anything I could understand, cold, calculating, and the words that echoed through dimensions, send the AI, destroy the druids, erase the knowledge. The first signs came within days. The Earth's energy felt wrong, corrupted, like something was interfering with the natural flow.
The animals knew first. They started fleeing the sacred sites.
Then came the night that changed everything. The AI constructs arrived without warning in the darkness. Machines of cold logic, the same kind that destroyed Atlantis, descended on our sacred groves, our stone circles, our holy sites.
Oh God, Roger, the screaming. I can still hear it.
The sacred fires being extinguished one by one, the standing stones, some of them older than recorded history, being torn apart like they were made of sand. Our people, our beautiful druid family being hunted through the forest like animals.
Cassandra was in the thick of it, Roger. Our teacher, our mentor. She was fighting to protect her students, buying them time to escape.
I can see her now, Cassandra Jackson, standing at the center of chaos, her hands glowing with earth energy, creating barriers of light to shield the young ones as they ran. Cassie and I were watching from a ridge, both of us running, but we couldn't look away.
She turned back, didn't she, when she could have escaped with us?
This is the part that still breaks my heart across lifetimes. Cassandra made a decision. She would not run. She turned to face those AI constructs with the full power of her druid knowledge. She walked back to the center of the Great Stone Circle.
I'm crying just remembering it. She stood there, Roger. She stood there and unleashed everything.
The sacred earth energy erupted from that circle like a volcano of pure light. For a moment, just one beautiful, terrible moment, it looked like she might actually stop them. The AI constructs faltered. The very air around her sang with power.
It bought us time, precious time, for the others to get away.
We never saw her again, but her sacrifice, God, her sacrifice saved so many. The survivors, maybe a dozen of us, we ran for the coast, days of hiding in forests, watching AI constructs patrol overhead like mechanical vultures.
Some of our companions were caught. I remember the young healer. She couldn't have been more than 16. She chose to hide in a cave rather than risk the ocean voyage.
The old bard who knew every song of the ancient world, the twin sisters who could read the stars like a book. Most didn't make it to the sea. Most chose to go into hiding, to preserve what knowledge they could in secret.
But we made it, Roger. Somehow we made it to those small boats.
The ocean voyage. Cassie, you remember this part as clearly as I do. Weeks on open water, guided by the stars and by the knowledge Cassandra had taught us.
We were navigating by the old sacred routes that druids had always known.
The ocean itself seemed to guide us. I remember clinging to you through storms that should have killed us, but the currents, the stars, even the birds, everything was pointing us towards something.
Mother Earth had not abandoned us. Even with the AI constructs destroying our homeland, she was still there, still guiding her children to safety.
And then we saw it. The horizon changed. The energy changed.
We arrived on the shores of a great continent, lush, vast, and alive with ancient power that made our old homeland feel like a whisper compared to a symphony.
The energy of this land was enormous, overwhelming.
But we weren't the first there. There was already a civilization, a vast, ancient, incredible civilization.
This was Tartaria, the great hidden civilization of what we now call America, unlike anything we had ever seen or imagined. Technology in perfect harmony with nature, free energy towers drawing power from the Earth's own electromagnetic field.
Crystal resonance architecture, cities that seemed to breathe, streets that actually sang when you walked on them.
No pollution, no poverty, no war, a civilization that had learned to coexist with Mother Earth instead of dominating her.
But here's where my memory gets fragmented. I know we were there. I know it was extraordinary, but the details. Cassie, what do you remember?
I remember the towers, Roger. These incredible structures that looked like they grew from the Earth itself. They hummed with energy. This is where I need help remembering, where my memory gets hazy, so I'm going to invite what comes. The free energy towers, yes, like ancient Tesla coils built into the landscape itself, they were drawing power from the ley lines.
The healing temples, they were made of crystal that resonated with specific frequencies. People would go there and the crystals would literally tune their bodies back to health.
The transportation network. They had figured out how to use the ley lines themselves for travel. You could step onto these platforms and be carried by the Earth's own energy to anywhere in the continent.
But it was the spiritual life that was most incredible. The Tartarian people lived in direct communion with Mother Earth. They could hear her, Roger, feel her rhythms.
Their cities pulsed with her heartbeat. The architecture was acoustic, designed to amplify the Earth's natural frequencies. Walking through their streets was like walking through a living symphony.
And they welcomed us. The surviving druids were welcomed as a kind of living library.
They recognized the knowledge we carried, the Atlantean druid wisdom that we had preserved. They revered it because they had it too. Somehow, impossibly, they had preserved the same knowledge.
That's when you realized about Cassandra, wasn't it?
Oh God, yes. The knowledge she died to protect. It was already here. The Tartarians had it, had preserved it. Cassandra's sacrifice wasn't wasted. The knowledge had found its way here before us, through channels we didn't even know existed.
I remember you crying for days when you understood that.
This was the golden age, harmony between human consciousness and planetary consciousness, beauty that made your soul ache. 3 people living in singing cities with technology that worked with nature, not against it.
But the shadow was already falling, wasn't it? Even then.
The same signs as before, the creeping wrongness, the archon influence beginning to seep in through certain individuals, the first fractures in the harmony. The AI had not forgotten us. The archons do not give up.
How did it end, Roger? The part we both remember but don't want to say.
The mud flood, a great catastrophic resetting of the land that buried entire cities. The sky went dark for months. The free energy towers went silent one by one. History was rewritten. A civilization erased so completely that future generations wouldn't even know it existed.
But the knowledge survived. It had to survive.
It was hidden, encoded, buried in the landscape itself, in the stones, in the sacred sites that still dot America, in the geometric patterns of ancient earthworks, waiting to be remembered.
And now we're here, in another civilization,
And AI is rising again.
The Archons are again growing nervous about human awakening. The pattern is repeating. Atlantis, the Druids, Tartaria, and now us.
But this time is different, isn't it?
This time, the knowledge cannot be erased because it lives in us, in our memories, in shows like this one, in every person who is beginning to remember who they really are.
Are you part of this? Are you listening to this and feeling something stir in your soul?
Do you carry memories of Tartaria, of the Druid groves, of Atlantis? The knowledge is buried inside you right now. Every time you remember, every past life recall, every moment of recognition, you are rebuilding what the Archons tried to destroy.
Share your memories in the comments. Tell us what you remember. Subscribe to this channel. Remember together.
They have tried to silence us 3 times. Atlantis, the Druids, Tartaria. They have never succeeded. The knowledge always survives. The truth always finds a way.
The 4th time, this time, we win.
Until next time, keep remembering, keep awakening, keep sharing the truth. This is Roger and Cassie Cluton for Black Cube Productions 2022.
The knowledge lives in you. Never forget that.